All right, so this is where we start from. So you um, can once again review this page. And I mentioned the reason why we need this page, or the reason why we have learned MySQL. The main purpose of learning MySQL is to support or help you to create um, a database which you can use for your back end. We saw an example of Shopee here, and we saw in this website, this part which you have here is made by three things. Number one is the front end, or the design, what the user will see when he visits this website. Number two is a language which he does not see on the front, which can be PHP, and also database which you cannot see, only accessed by the developers and administrators. So three languages are there. Front end can be either right here inside this one. Let's say this can be use HTML or framework. You may have some framework to be used to create this one. Or sometimes you may use CMS, right? The CMS content management system, they also, you don't need to create the HTML. This is, from the scratch. So that's what we have here. And number two, I mentioned that you need a PHP. You need a PHP just to connect. This one will help you to connect to your what? Connect to database, right? So that's why PHP is known as back end. This is what? The back end language, scripting language. It's very easy to learn. Very easy. Very easy. So if you are interested, I just want to, let's say, what do you need? You need only to have a notepad. You may need to have this notepad. For example, you do as this. You say PHP, you say echo. It's done. Okay. And then you save like done.php. I don't know where to save. Where did I save it? In a document, right? Yeah, in a document. Okay, so I may come to the document here. Done. Let me open with browser PHP Storm. I just want to open it with, let's say I'm going to open this with Fire. No. Okay. Where are you? Are you still loading? What's not printing? What's not printing? Echo, it's done. It's not printing it. So you check why, right? This is not the main purpose which you're running here, but this is the way you can only write it, just this for printing the number, right? You're printing the words to be there. Maybe this is not supporting it. So you check it. So very simple to, to learn. So we need that one. You need to have only notepad to execute it. So the next part here, that's what we wrote there. And this is the front end, as I mentioned. Then you need to have the back end, which is database we have learned, which we have seen. So to create one of the server, or one of the one of the server, I call it server, or I call yes, the back end. To access the back end, you need to have either XAMPP or The second one which I mentioned was Laragon, right?
Yeah.
But Laragon, I mentioned the problem of the Laragon is what? Only on Windows. But it's lightweight. You can, lead and define. It's only this MD. You don't have much things to be done there. All right. So we focus today. First, look to this XAMPP and how we can use it. So we saw that in a XAMPP, we got the PHP dot PHP. No, this one. Not even this one. Yes, we come to this php.myadmin.net, and then we come to support, and here we come down here to the documentation. And after coming to the documentation, then you check the installation which you want to make here. You want to install on Windows, and then you wait for a while, it will start to download, right? So you come here, you download the XAMPP here, you click on the XAMPP, and then start download. It's one, and then to take you there. Since I have it, it will download 2 times, but I don't want 2 times. Okay, so it will be downloaded this way. You choose here, sorry, you choose which one you want, which version, which operating system, and download it. Once it's complete, you come to this one here, which I think I clicked on it. Okay, so you wait for it. This is because important, because an activity activated the user account control. This is the one which they give me. It's okay. I click OK. I click next. These are the components which you need to install. If you don't want some of them, you may remove. So you have to remove. You can do by default. You click next. You click next. You choose where you want this to be located. I think my system is, let me put on D. Okay, so it needs to be C. Okay. Next. Okay. Next. Let me put into my program here. Just want to take. Okay. Let me put it here because that space is quite small. I just want to choose here. So let me choose. Okay, let me choose here. Database design. It's not empty, it needs to be empty. This is gonna be, let's say, it's gonna be database. Let me call this. This is gonna be okay. So I click next here, then I need to wait for some times to be completed. my space was small, so I need to change another drive so that I can be able to, save it in a safe place. There will be some conflict here. You will see, which always used to challenge, which always used to challenge when you're installing this application. That one is about the port. So since the port is challenging, it will challenge because we have Laragon already installed here. So I try to show you what you can do in order to change the port. So as this is going, this is one way. Just want to show you one way you can connect this to the MySQL, and I will show you one more way, which I will let you go and experiment it. That one will be as follows. Another one will be MySQL Workbench. Okay. So this one we'll touch it after that one. So, okay, this installation, this one is done. Are we finished? Yes, please.
I mean, each log is also whether you see you have one access.
Sorry.
I should log
So 3 things are there, right? So it will depend by which one you want to choose. Either Laragon or XAMPP, it will differ. All right? But it's better you know how all works and what you need to use them, right? So here we are in a PHP, right? I mean, we are in XAMPP. Our XAMPP is here. And as you can see, we have Apache, which help us to connect to the local storage or local system, and the MySQL database. These are the 2 main things which you need. So if you want to start your MySQL, you start here. Have to allow. For you in your computer, you will not have this problem, right? Yes, yes. Okay. So this is the default port. The default port is a 3306 is a default port. This is MySQL. So here you can come and click here share. Can you hear me now? And inside here I say MySQL -u root. So I'm in what? Inside MySQL. Okay. So yes, show database. So you have these databases here.
Is this the same like MySQL in Linux system?
Same. There's no difference at all.
Only the name of the app.
It's only the name of app. But if you use left hand like Messi and they use left hand like you, it's all same left hand or left leg, or as long as you you kick the ball, right? So this is it. So here we are in database. Take an example. Let's say create a database. Create database. Let me call this database is going to be called sample DB. Done. Right? It's done. So it's not clearing the screen. So okay. Let me scroll up like this. So now use sample DB. Show tables. No table. Create table. Let's say the first table, my table. And this table is going to be called ID, int, let's say int, auto increment, primary key, and here I put name, voucher 255, created. Show table, we have my table is there. So you can insert your value inside there as usual. For example, insert into my table name, values. Let's say the first name is going to be Mr. Phillips. Second name is going to be Mr. Anna. What? These are the only name which I inside here. So two names are there. So I have two names. Then I say select start from my table. I have Phillips, I have Tanawa, you can keep name them. So same as what we have seen. Same as what we have seen. This is what? This is the accessing MySQL on XAMPP. On XAMPP, right? In Lalagon, already is installed. Lalagon already installed. You just come here. I don't know why this icon is not printed there. So here you start the services. Services, you start them. As you can see, the port is same, right? 3306, and here is 80. Look here. If you cross this one, if you come here, 3306 and the port number 80 Apache start, this is the problem. Since this port is run by this one, it is refusing, right? It's refusing, but for you to not refuse, it will be there. But you can correct this one by coming here. You change the port here. Use something called the listener. So this is something else. Just save it. You can start it here. Okay, so the port will be confused. We'll have a conflict. Later. This is. Oops. Oops. Oh. Mm. Yeah. Okay, I don't know. I forgot the password. I forgot the password. So this one we will change like that way. Okay. So here, wait for a minute. So here in Alagon, you start the terminal here. Same way, right? And then you come MySQL, and you root. Same, right? Will be the same. So you can also perform the same task here. So let me exit here, exit this terminal, because this you have seen, you have used it for quite many times. So what I'm focusing on is just to use, the back end, the back end, let's say, page. You cannot keep type this when you have a large database. What you need to have interface where you can create the table. But you need to know how the terminal works. So here, I come again to my XAMPP. We are in XAMPP here. And you come, let's say I'm going to open terminal once here, this one, and you type here local host. Oh, this one cannot execute because of the, okay, correct, because of my XAMPP is not on. Okay, then I have to start it no matter how. To start it no matter how. This one I have to localhost. I don't need to. Oh, that's okay. Okay, so let's see. Let me quit it and start it again. Okay, so it may bring some conflict because the two are installed. Okay, so this is the page. Let me just, you type here. Okay, let me click here to Laragon. This one you have to click here in the XAMPP. Where is, oh, sorry, it's not running here. XAMPP here. Why is coming and going immediately? Okay, so now it's running, right? Because two of them were running, so they could be able to run two of them. So this is the one, and open my browser here, and let's say why is it running? Okay, so I need to configure once again this one. And we can put 80. Okay, and again I come back here. I say it's not finding it. Localhost. What name did I give that one? Just want to give this part this name which you have here. Backend, right? Because I changed the location, I changed the location to be here. If it is on a C, it will not bring this problem. All right, so this is the backend. We come here, localhost. You come to this dashboard. So this dashboard, you click here, PHP my admin. Just wait for a minute. So it says this is so on MySQL, this is connection and diffused and so on. Okay. Connection denied, then we need again to come up here. Where did we go? Yes, please.
Are you running the MySQL server?
MySQL server. Oh, sorry, I thought this. Okay. Okay, MySQL server is not running. Okay, so thank you. So here is a part where which will save your time. Okay, this part will save your time. Okay, so here is where you can see all the database which you created in your back end. In your back end, for example, we created SampleDB, right? You create SampleDB, you click on it, and then you can create what table did we create there? What was a table? what table name did we have? My table, right? This is it, it's here. And we added the Philip and the Tanawa. They're here. They're here. Let's say you want to create one more table. You can come to database here. You create a table here. You create a table down here. You give the name. Let's take another table. Let's say student. And student, let's change the column. Let's say 3 columns. Okay. The first one is going to be student ID, integer. The second column is going to be first name. And you change the character here or the type to be varchar, the size 20 or 50. And what else you want to change there? Okay, this one you can change the student ID. You can give it to be the primary number, not index. I want to be the primary key. All right, so you say okay. And what else? All right, so we can come here, first name. Here you can put the last name. Last name. Varchar. So you give the 50. You give 50. All right, so after you create this one, then you say save. So the table is created. So we have the 2 tables here, student and my table. Just you want to verify, you can come here, SQL. This is a structure, right? You come to the SQL, you say save from database, student, we don't have there. So let's say here you say show tables, right? Let's take an example. Oh, no, this one is a sample from table from student. So we cannot show from here because we are in the student here. Let's say in the sample here, right? So here you may say show tables, right? All right, so here you may want to show these tables. The query has been executed successfully. You can see we have my table here. We have the student here, right? So we have the table here and my student here. Or you can check from here. Here, how many are there? Yeah, here. Let's say show tables. We have 2 tables, right? My table and the student. Describe student. This is it. All right. So this is it. If you are using Lalagon, in Lalagon you can do the same. You saw? I saw you feel like you get lost here. You come here, Lalagon, here, here, and then it's quite a bit tricky. So you can see your database here. Okay, you can see the database will be here. So if you create my DB will be here. You can check your tables here. Right click, create a new table. You give the name of the table. Let's say the table is going to be staff, and you add the column here. Another one, another one, 3 columns. The first column, I'm going to call ID, integer, allow null, no, I don't want allow null. Second column is going to be first name. I change the type. The type is going to be what? Varchar. The third column is going to be last name, and we change the type. The type is going to be varchar. Okay, so okay, this is same. So you save. So we have this same. So the tables are created here through this UI. So you can choose any of them. They're all same. They're all same. So the rest of the part will be done by you. You can create the foreign keys. You can create the index options. You can do a lot of stuff. You can create. Okay, create stuff. ID following. All this you can do. You can find them. They give them here. So all this part will be helpful as you keep increase in creating database and creating the design as well. So you can connect both the front end and the back end. So this is the back end side. This is the other side of how your MySQL can be used. So the rest of the part, I'll leave it in your hand so that you can keep explore and see how all these things are used. Any question? Pardon me? Yeah, I'm going to let you take a break. Yeah. All right, so you can take your break and then you continue exploring this. Yeah.
So what happened to your wrist?
Oh, we played the football yesterday.
You played yesterday?
Yeah.
Where?
In the field.
Small field?
No, a big one.
Oh.
And